second. Thank you.
Bless you.
Excuse me, buddy.
Bless you.
A lot of excuses there. Holy shit. All right, well, we start out and tell people who the fuck you are.
Who I am.
Yeah, and you get to speak up.
Ever. Speak up a little bit more.
That's good. Just talk.
Butch
Wougamon.
normal. Me and Greg grew up together. 40 years, been best friends. Played baseball together. Been traveling the.
No, who are you? Fuck me. Who gives a fuck about me? No one cares about me, bro. Nobody cares about me but me.
Two children, one 21, just one turned 19 today.
You were born in Seattle.
Yeah, you were born in Seattle.
You moved to Florida.
Florida.
Then you went out to LA.
I was a shrimp fisherman.
Back to Virginia.
Shrimp fisherman.
You were a French fisherman.
Yeah, fishy.
Seriously, I don't think I could get that out of my mouth.
Shrimp fisherman?
A French shipperman. A French shipperman. What the fuck is wrong with me?
You're shrimp fisherman.
Shrimp fisherman.
With,
shrimp fisherman.
There you go, right. I got it. Oh, write it out on your pegboard there, guys.
Fisherman, that's what I'm gonna write down.
Shrimp fisherman.
Right.
Shrimp fisherman.
Played a lot of baseball back in the day.
Shrimp? Fisher. Man.
I'm a shrimp fisherman.
Nice. Good spelling. Yeah, good writing.
Is that right? Fisherman?
All right. I wrote all this shit out already.
No, you didn't.
Excuse me.
Wow.
It's ridiculous, dude. It's disgusting.
Fucking burps like that.
Pigs do. Pigs do. You're drinking for 2 days.
Comedy. I know.
Oh, comedy.
And doing drugs.
Drugs, comedy.
No drugs. We don't do drugs. I do drugs. He doesn't do drugs. He never does drugs. He's a fucking honest, good, upstanding citizen.
Now you know that's a lie.
Right? Well, this is about you, man. It ain't about me.
Right.
It's about you. So yeah, it's a lie. There's a lot more to be. There's a lot more to be told.
Yeah. Which might be on the whole thing anyway.
There's a lot more to be told. Shit.
40 years of friendship. Long time.
Yeah. What else about you, man? So you did not finish high school, right? You ended in eighth grade or 9th grade?
Well, I became a shrimp fisherman.
You became a shrimp fisherman
at the ripe age of 13.
At the ripe age of 13 and a half.
The middle school, obviously, graduated high school.
I'm just fucking around. He played professional baseball.
Yeah, right. I wish.
You played pro baseball. You should have played pro baseball.
Played a lot of baseball.
We're not going to get into baseball yet because... Alright, so look, you made me put fucking baseball on.
As a category, of course.
You fucking made me put it on.
Well, yeah, because it's a good category for you and me.
But these are like overall categories for every human, everybody.
But I'm not overall. I'm your friend.
Yeah, but that's like skewing it. That's like bending the rules.
There's a lot of room there for
bending the rules. These are all the categories that I forgot.
That's right. So baseball's a good one to have in there. It's like filler.
Baseball's on there. You got sex, money, education, love, career, work, comedy, marriage, racism, health, relationships, politics, LGBTQ+, childhood, parents, religion, foreign countries, music, transportation, financial, children. Children on there. Childhood and children are different, right?
Yeah. My
heroes,
my children,
celebrities, self-awareness, AI, human diseases, drugs, stock market, sports. Elon Musk made the board. Right now, Elon, you did. Dimensions, food, pandemic, booze, internet, and rando. Rando, I'm gonna call that rando. We don't want that M on there.
Rando, we'll make it rando.
Rando!
Like it.
Rando!
Like it.
Hey, rando. We could
fucking just, we'll just put it down there.
We'll put it right here. Let them fucking see it. And then we got baseball, because you
I love baseball. That's a category you and I can talk about.
You're making this sound like this is about you.
No.
Like voices, it's about me.
Why would I do that?
About me.
It's like the backyard of a chalet, isn't it?
It is. Well, I think that's what it is. I mean, is that like, was this like a shell? Well, it's a Haas.
It's old.
It's a Haas. It's a Haas. We're staying at the Haas.
Schwedenhaus?
The Haas. Hey, Haas.
Remember the
H-A-U-S? The Schwedenhaus.
The Schwedenhaus. Remember that?
Well, it's German style.
Remember when we were kids, the Schwedenhaus? It was
The Schwedenhaus?
It was a buffet restaurant.
Where the
you
fuck
could go
was
to.
that at?
Oh! Remember the Schwedenhaus? Yes.
Yeah, where
take
was
us there
it?
when we were kids.
on
There's
Woody?
one over in Madison Heights. that we used to go to, like over off of like John R. between 13 and 14 somewhere. And there was another one somewhere else. I don't remember where the other one was.
I don't think I remember that.
Like 10, 12, 13 years old. My grandpa used to love to go there, dude.
No shit.
Oh yeah. So we'd all go for like his birthday, and the whole family would go there. Uncle Dave, Aunt Sue, my mom, dad, us, all the kids and shit. It was cool. We used to go to Chung's restaurant too, dude, which originated down in
Chung's.
Corridor.
Anna Chung's?
Chung's.
Anna Chung's. That's on 12 Mile.
No,
We're giving a lot of fucking shout outs to people.
Yeah, we are. We're hooking. Well,
We're really-
Chung's is no longer, neither is Sweden House, so we're really not shouting out.
Sweden House. You used to go there with Uncle Dave?
Uncle Dave, yep. Uncle
Oh,
Dave,
shit.
yep. Chung's was out in, originated down in Cass Corridor. So when we were really young, all of our parents and aunts and uncles would all go down there on a Cass Corridor and eat this Chinese restaurant. And the guy relocated out to Waterford back in the day, and then it was out there for a long time. They closed up. I just tried to go back there when my mom and dad came back after the pandemic, and I think the business went out because of the pandemic, which sucks, but he was around for 50-something.
How long was Uncle Dave over there? Did he live in Madison Heights?
He did for a
You
little
started
bit.
in Madison Heights, right? And then you
Yeah,
came to Berkeley.
and I came to Berkeley, right.
But wait, when you were in Madison Heights, was he in Madison Heights near
No,
you?
he wasn't there then. He was still over in the Berkeley area, like Oak Park, Berkeley, that area.
Okay, so he was always there.
Yeah, he's kind of over there. And then he moved back. He got married in one of his marriages. Moved over to Madison Heights with his wife there for a while. Stayed there for, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, then moved back to Berkeley. Just kind of in and out a little bit of Berkeley.
All right, shit, okay.
Multiple marriages and multiple girlfriends.
All right, well, you know, so that's all right. Nothing wrong with that.
Rebecca was 3 years. His birthday was last weekend. Me, Scotty, Uncle Tim, and Gabe went to lunch on his birthday. It was kind of cool after golf. So it was a good day. Sad day, but a good day.
I mean, 3 years since he died?
Yep, 3 years, man. Yep. Kind of crazy, man. Fast, goes fast. So it sucks.
You miss him, don't you?
I do. Besides you, he's probably my other best friend.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I mean, I could tell him anything. You know, he was cool. He was like my dad, kind of. You know, talk to him on a personal level like that.
But
kinda
not like a fatherly figure.
No, he wouldn't.
He was cool like your dad, but
Yep.
he was more of
Tell me
a...
when I was being an asshole, like my dad would.
He'd call you out?
In a different way. He'd call me out, yeah.
Right.
Which was cool.
But a little bit more friend action going there.
Yeah, more of like my big brother.
More
man.
like
I
a
could
big bro.
Go to him with some shit and ask him about stuff. And,
Yeah, because you don't have no big bro, because you're the big bro.
yeah, that's it.
You're the
I
big
know,
bro.
I didn't have an older brother like you, or a few older brothers like you.
Yeah, right.
That helps, man. But kind of learned that shit, and he just kind of, I learned a lot of shit from him. He was a handyman, basically, and I learned how to do all the shit.
What's the greatest fucking thing you learned from him? What's the number one thing that you can remember that you're like, I carry that with me forever? Like,
To be honest
Like-
with you, I really think
top 3 things. If you're going to roll it down to one.
if I could roll it down to one.
No, if you can't, give me 3.
Okay.
If you
I would
can't
say
go 3, give me 3 things, man.
how to be handy.
How to be handy, all right.
I would say that's not
Hands-on?
number one. Say that's probably 2 or 3.
No shit. Like, do it your fucking self. Like, figure it out.
Yep.
Nail the fucking nail.
Show me.
Unscrew it. Get a tool if it don't work.
Absolutely, yep. Just do that. Just to build shit. Be able to build stuff, you know.
He didn't pay people to do shit he could do, did he?
No, absolutely not.
Well, you don't either.
I do sometimes.
Well, that's because you're old and money.
Yeah,
and
I don't wanna-
You got money now. You don't care.
The physical part of it, you know, doing my kitchen and all that shit I did by myself, but I had some help from, people, local plumbers, builders, a little bit with other stuff, you know.
What else? Is he, give me.
I just say, I think how to be funny and comical, and
He was a funny motherfucker. Dude.
yeah, dude, he was funny.
He
Told
was,
good jokes, and
He was always had a spot on with the fucking laughter.
He made tough situations funny, dude. He taught me how to laugh shit off. That's basically what I think is what he taught. I think he had some stuff with like growing up a little bit. You know, I mean, he was kind of hard on me sometimes, like he was as a kid a little bit younger. You know, I mean, as he got older, he didn't stay that route with how he would tell you how to act. You know, he kind of went off that beaten path a little bit, but people change, do shit, whatever. You know, didn't love him any less because of it. But I think that was the main thing: how to laugh shit off and be funny about stuff. I think that's something you and I share too. I think this day we laugh a lot of shit.
Well, the key is when like shit's getting tense or stressed. If you can tap into that, it helps you persevere.
Yeah, it does. I mean, life gets stressful, dude. We know. We got kids. We both work. It's fucking nuts, man. That's why coming up on this shit with you is awesome. We get away from all that. We delve in each other's personal stuff a little bit. Open up a little bit. It's good. It gets all that shit out. Do a little golf. Do a little drinking. whatever.
Do a lot of drinking.
That's what you do.
Do a lot of drinking. Bringing gangs of fucking vodka and shit.
That's what I'm
Doing
doing.
drugs. Like I'm almost done with this.
Oh, you need another one? Well,
In a minute. I'm almost done. We'll give it a second. I'm glad you brought that cooler out. I made funny on shit.
I know.
Now
Cooler's
I'm glad
been good for us last couple of days, right?
It's been real fucking good for us. Man. I love it. It's great.
It's Uncle Davey. I say, I mean, not that I don't miss him more than anybody, but I think he's probably one. You know, him and my grandpa, the two that passed away, I miss him most. Aunt Sue was tough too for me. I can talk to her.
Yeah.
That was a tough one.
Yeah, Aunt Sue, that's tough, right? So, Aunt Sue, how old was Aunt Sue when she passed? She wasn't too old, man. She's 60
yet. No,
she wasn't 60 yet?
About 8, I think it was.
That's
Yeah,
tough.
she's a little
That's
bit
young.
older than mine. A little bit younger than Dave. Dave was 63, I think. Yeah, I just think Scotty said he was 66.
Where'd Sue grow? I mean, where was she at?
She
You
was
were
the
in Heights.
second youngest. It was,
And he was over in Oak Park there, so they were like 5 miles away from each other.
yeah, Sue was in Berkeley and moved up
Sue,
north.
was she always in Berkeley though? Like when I grew up, she was there.
Yep,
You
on
grew up
Thomas
when
Street,
When you
yep.
grew up, all right.
Yep,
So Aunt Sue was there regularly. So all right. So what happened at the end? Like how did Sue die?
Cancer ate her up, man. She had bone cancer and it just ate her up. You know, she was going through therapy and all that shit. Finally, she's like, just fuck it, I want to go home and die. I'm done. Go home, be with my family, and die in my own bed. I don't want it. It sucks, dude. It was tough. It hit her so fucking fast, dude. It seemed like within a year or less that it's fucking, she fell off a ladder and she didn't realize she had it.
And that's what she realized.
Yeah, and the doctor, she's still having pain and shit, and she went to the doctor and they're like, yeah, you got cancer.
And it was bad, like out of the gate.
It wasn't good.
She didn't suffer for 5 or 6 years. I don't
No,
remember.
it was pretty quick with her. Yeah, I remember we took the kids to Disney in November for Thanksgiving. I was so afraid that she was going to die when I was gone. I felt so guilty. I felt guilty almost half of that trip because I just felt.
That's hard, ain't it?
Yeah, it's
like
tough going
that's
away.
hard when your loved ones are dying or they're in peril. Not dying like immediate, like in a day, but like they're in peril. They could be.
Yeah, it sucks.
That's hard as shit, isn't
It does. Yeah, it's a
Where
bad
you're
feeling.
like, I don't want to go because your mind isn't. You're not on vacation. Like thinking, I can't wait to go on the
half
beach.
it was there, half it was gone because I was worried she was going to die, and I was feeling guilty, you know. But I got young kids there at Disney, and we had fun, but you know, it's hard to have that much fun, you know. So,
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard.
tough.
It's
Yeah, it
real
sucks.
hard to do that, man. It don't matter who it
She's a
is.
tough one.
You got any type of loved one, right?
I'll tell you a quick story about her too. So, like I said, Uncle Dave kind of helped mold me a little bit too, you know, and just making jokes and stuff, helped me with things. But as soon as I graduated high school, my parents moved out during high school, our senior year, halfway through the season, my parents moved out to Plymouth. So, you know, they drove back and forth every day down here. My mom worked in Providence and Southfield, so she drops off school and go to work. Well, after high school, I'm like, I'm not going back out to Plymouth, I'm staying in town, so I moved with my Aunt Sue. And I graduated at 17, I didn't turn 18 until November 29th, dude.
I thought you didn't graduate till when you were in 8th grade. You dropped out in 8th grade.
So I lived with her, so I started working at Tamroff and going to school, you know, part-time and everything, and she's like, you gotta pay rent. I'm like, what? I'm like, I can't just hang out in the basement. She's like, no, you gotta pay rent. Like, you're not gonna live here for free. I got kids. And then part of my rent being cheap was when she had to work weekends, I had to watch the kids. So if I wanted to go out with you and Rusty, I had to hire a freaking babysitter out of my own money to watch the kids so I could go hang out with my friends so she could go to work. So that, I mean, at 17, 18 years old, you're paying rent. I had to learn responsibility like right now. You know, so it was kind of cool, man. She helped me grow up with shit like that. You know, so that was cool.
She helped you become a responsible man. You're what I know, you're a very responsible guy.
Yeah, she helped with that, that's for sure. She didn't pull no shit, dude. You know, everybody calls me Butch, but my real name's Marvin.
She call you Marvin.
Oh, when Marvin came out, I knew it was my ass with Aunt Sue. That was it. You know, you were gonna get a tongue lashing or she smacked the shit out of me. She wasn't afraid to whoop my ass. So that's how I learned growing up. So that was part of it. Those two were pretty instrumental. And Uncle Jimmy's still around, which is cool. You know,
he's the third one.
The third is the youngest.
In the trilogy.
Yep.
Right? He's around.
Still around. He's still in Oak Park, man.
Shout out to Jimmy, man. I know Jimmy.
Yep, love Uncle Jim,
Right,
Uncle Mitch.
right. Yeah.
They still in Oak Park. They own their own like big They do home maintenance and they do yard, landscaping and everything, so they do well. So they do a good job.
Hey, good. Well, here's to Sue and to Dave, man. All right. Here's to fucking.
Cheers. Thank you.
Godspeed up fucking stop to them, right? All right. That's awesome. I mean, I remember. It ain't about me. I'd go on and on about them, man. I hear you. Seriously, I mean, we coached little kids. We coached 12-year-olds.
Yeah,
together.
Adam, Dave's son.
We coached
with
we
Uncle
were on
Dave.
the same. We coached on the baseball team. That was awesome shit, man. I'd show up with my long hair and chains and shit. But I like coaching.
Those kids loved that, man. They loved
Kids
all
were
that
fun.
stuff. Yeah,
Fuck yeah, they
it was
did.
a great time.
Kids were awesome as little bastards. All right, let's because I'm gonna need another one here. So let's just rando one, pick something here.
We'll start baseball. Get it out of the way.
Baseball's the best fucking one. You already wanted me to fucking do it.
Why not?
Do something.
Might have to change a battery by the time we get with that
You're afraid
one.
to take another fucking subject.
No, I'll take something else. I'll take.
You take health, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a.
No, I don't give a fuck.
I'm a
You take whatever you fucking want.
book of health.
Take rando, and then you can go baseball.
Yeah, let's do Randall. That's cool.
Nah, and then you got to pick your own. But you already did, so you already called your fucking
I called
rando.
baseball, and you
can't
made me
fucking
want to
do
pick something
baseball
else.
again.
I thought I picked the fucking things, and then you answered the question. You asked the question.
Hey, those are the rules, but I made them up, so I can do
You're
whatever
changing
I
them
want
too,
fucking
and I'm
want.
trying to
Fuck
follow
it.
the rules. I pick what I want to pick first.
All right, go ahead, pick some.
All right, so let's start with Randall. Randall's cool.
All right, well, what the fuck is your random subject then? You get to pick it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I get to pick
I'm saying, and you picked your baseball, so you're taking my new. You getting that from me? I love you.
Yeah, I got you.
You're the freaking best.
Let's do parents.
Parents.
Yes. Oh, buddy. Everybody in the world's got parents.
Right.
Just about.
Everybody fucking got them. Everybody loves them,
I
and
mean, I know
everybody
them, but they got them.
and everybody hates them.
Right? You got pretty good parents, dude. I gotta admit.
When did you? Yeah, I mean, yeah, you got good. I mean, like,
I got pretty good
I'm gonna try not
fucking
to bring my
parents,
prejudice to this, and pretend like I don't know who the fuck they are. But I know who they are,
Yeah.
man.
My
And,
dad was a hard ass when I was a kid.
I know your
He
dad.
molded me pretty hard. My mom taught me to be self-sufficient at a young age. I'll put it that way. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love
Kind of
being
like
married.
Sue,
Yes.
but at a younger age,
Absolutely.
as growing up through
Clean up my
life.
room, make my bed, pick up after myself, do all. I'm very self-sufficient because of her. She taught me that at a young age. Don't get me wrong. I love being married. We split up opportunity in the house for everything, but I don't need somebody to clean up after me. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's just some kids out there that are freaking lazy. And there's adult kids that I know that are fucking lazy.
There's some kids.
And they don't pick up after
Some
themselves. It drives me. My kids don't do it. It drives me freaking nuts, and I yell at them all the time. Jane's gotten better. Obviously, she does her own shit, so she's in her own house. I don't have to worry about it. But Jake,
So your
still working
mom,
on that.
she taught you independence.
Absolutely.
She gave you independence, man. I mean,
She
that's
gave it to me. She showed it to me and made me do it.
She
Right?
gave it to you, and you unwrapped it.
Yep.
You unwrapped it, and
She
you're
gave me the book to read.
living it. She gave you the book to read. You read
Right.
the book, but she gave you the book.
Absolutely.
That's a good way to put it. I like that. That's good, buddy.
My dad took all the hard corners off, boy. I'll put it that way. I will just leave it at that, right? My dad,
I love it.
I love my father more than anything.
He took all
One of
the hard
hardest working
corners
men
off.
I know. Gives me chills talking about him, or the hard worker. Gets me a little broke up there. That's crazy. But he's a hard worker, dude. He deserves all the respect in the world for what he's done for my family. Like, that's just, he molded me to be hard, but to be a worker and protect everything that I have. You know, that teaches you at a young age, and you don't realize that I resented him for shit when I was younger. All the baseball stuff, until you get older and realize what that was all about. I think he was trying to push me beyond a point that I didn't know I had. And I think he did that, and I resent it because sports was just something that came, and I did. I loved it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just came to me. It didn't have to be da-da-da-da. And I think he tried to push it because he saw what I had, but didn't know how to do that. He wasn't taught how to do that. He didn't know any better.
Right, he didn't raise kids before.
Right,
You're not his third
his
marriage.
dad was hard on him.
What does he know?
But his dad never went
Wait,
and watched him.
he didn't
play
have a
sports.
playbook.
Right.
What the fuck, man? How does he know how to
Right.
do stuff? He didn't know how to do things.
Absolutely. There's not a book to go by. So
No.
I think he did what he thought was the right thing to do, and that's fine. But all during that, as I get older, the more I understand what he made me a good person. Stick up for myself, protect my family, work hard for my family, do all that shit, because that will make everything in life easier. And it does a lot of times. I mean, we get frustrated and you get all fucking jacked up about your life, your work, and your kids, and it's the stuff afterwards that kind of makes you understand. You know,
Pride, honor, courage, hard work, discipline,
and
all the
everything else will come with
words, but they're freaking like you don't realize how important they
you
are.
don't understand till you get older.
Until you go through it and then you have to transfer that to someone else.
Right, until you have your own kids. Like I was hard on Jane, but Jane's self-sufficient, dude. I don't worry about her. She's gonna rock the world, dude. And I don't worry about her. She's hey, every kid's gonna have bumps in their life, man. But she's got to live and learn that, what her obstacles and things are gonna be. She's gonna get to choose that. I'm not choosing it for her.
You can't venture off into children. You went parents on that.
I know, but I'm just telling you how it leads to my parenting.
I know. Your dad. When did you first realize that you could kick his ass?
I probably not till I was fucking almost 50. Dude. My dad's a street dude from St. Louis.
Really?
My dad.
So like recently?
Dude. Oh, dude, I think my dad's still a hard ass. Dude, I stood off against him one time in the kitchen for Mike about baseball and stuff, and I was shaking because I knew he was going to kick my ass, and I was probably 20-something years old.
Really?
Oh yeah. I may have been stronger than him, but my dad could throw, man. My dad could throw.
So physically, you
fists.
felt like you could, but
yeah.
but you'd be a battle though.
Oh yeah, I would have to get into the ground to get him to. But he's a street fighter, dude. He was gonna pop me in the fucking nose, dude, before I could probably get at him. So
right.
I respect my father for that. So he laid that line out there. But I don't have to kick your ass all the time. He laid that down at a young age.
Right.
So you respect him. Like I tell you, dude, there's been many nights that we went out and versus getting in trouble and towing the right line, my brain is thinking, okay, if I get caught, what ass whooping am I going to take at home? So that's always going to jail's fine because he can't get a hold of me at jail.
So that's good you didn't see that until later on in life, but like if you realize that you can like kick your dad's ass, I think in high school, you're gonna feel like I can get away with shit.
Yep. I think I could get it. I tried it, dude. We got away with stuff.
Yeah.
But the other side of that coin was I flipped a coin, dude, when we do shit at night.
Right.
And that coin was I made the choice. It's like the Lincoln Town Car, dude. I chose to do that. Can you imagine if that cop pulled walked up to my door?
And so, because people don't know what the Lincoln Car episode is. So, we like to brake torque, and we used to like chew shit up.
Yeah, I screwed the brakes up on the Lincoln up at Taco Bell parking lot, dude. Brake torquing the car, smoking the tires, and during all the smoke, a cop had pulled into the parking lot, rolled down his window, and said, "I'm pretty sure your father does not want you treating his Lincoln Town Car like that." He goes, "So I'm gonna give you two suggestions. One is we can go back and talk to your father about it, or the second is you can drive this car back home, drop it off in the driveway. If I see you out again in it tonight, we will have a discussion with your father." And the cop, it was me and you, and the cop followed us home and waited outside. We lived on a boulevard street, so he sat across the street and waited for us to walk out of the house, gave us the heads up, "See you later," and we walked down the street. It was like 9:30 at night, dude.
And that's also, on a side note, like a testament to a great police officer.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
I mean,
he could have done much more than that and gotten me in further trouble, but he wanted to know that, hey, he's watching out for me and my parents, but...
What an awesome police officer.
Right.
No disrespect, I just wanted to check the timer because we got the battery.
Right.
So.
Nope, that's cool. So yeah. We grew up in a great community in Berkeley, obviously.
Well, yeah.
We still have great officers in Berkeley. They're all
officers
awesome.
are phenomenal.
Yep.
They're phenomenal. Love the place, man. So, okay, all right. I'm gonna reset this thing because it's like 3 minutes, and I don't want to start getting into the next topic and having
battery go out on us. I got you.
Yeah, and
I'm gonna grab a water while you're doing it.
As you grab a water.
Would you like one?
Yeah.
All right, sure.
Of course. Oh man, I got tons of battery on this one.
What's that, buddy? Hey, it's right here underneath the table.
Okay, perfect. All right.
Sorry.
Here we go.
All right. Pick another.
Topic 2.
Topic, what do you got? Pick something.
Now we go to baseball.
I mean, we have talked about family, right? We talked about Dave. I mean, we
Kind of
talked
touched a
about
couple
parents.
of things, parents.
We talked about a handful of things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really.
Kind of scared the board a little bit.
We did a scattered the board.
I like that.
You know,
though. So let's do some hardcore baseball, man. Let's do a little time on that, right? We kind of spread it out around the board before.
But we ain't gonna save it till the end. We're gonna do it right now. All right, I know you love the baseball.
How much battery you got left?
Well, that's just it. You know, I mean, we'll just keep popping the batteries in and out.
Right.
All right, so baseball, go.
Baseball, go.
Well, hold on. Let me do this. So wait a minute. So baseball. So
should we give a little background on what we?
Well, hold on a second. Yeah, we will in a second.
Okay.
So baseball. So one word. Just describe baseball. Obviously, you can't use the word baseball, but what is baseball? One word, man. Take your time. One word. Tell me what base. Okay, it's fun.
It's fun to me.
All right.
I've enjoyed it all my life. I mean, there was a period in my life, after at high school senior year and just a little bit after
when you
that.
weren't sure about you were gonna graduate. Well, I was gonna graduate. You were like, all right,
I was taking the show on the road with the shrimping
show on the road.
Right. So there was a tough time there, but that was. I didn't hate the game, but I started to feel like it was a job because the pressure was put on me. I think. So that kind of it wasn't fun at that time. Before that, the game was always fun. Grandpa made it fun. Grandpa taught me a lot of.
Grandpa balanced out your dad.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a good balance between the two.
Is that a fair statement?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great statement.
Because his dad was, your dad's dad was he more fun.
Yeah.
He balanced because I think do you feel
my
like
mom's dad? Grandpa
your mom's dad, right? But do you feel like he smelled a little bit that your dad? Did your dad? Let me ask this: did your dad put pressure on you for playing?
Oh, absolutely, sure. Yeah, my dad couldn't watch me all the time, so he would, we'd go over.
Why do you think that is? How do you think he put so much pressure on you?
I think because he saw, and not being arrogant, I think he saw what I could do in the game.
Well, so let me ask you, do you feel like you could have played the majors?
I don't think I could have played the majors. I think I could have made it through college, and I think I could have played minor league ball. Maybe a level 1 or 2.
I mean,
It just depends.
I'll tell you my view on it is not that, and I don't know if it's worth salt to anybody or not, but like you're certainly the greatest baseball player that I mean, intelligent, the whole package that I've ever known. I mean, you taught me a lot, and but about not like how to hit or how to not like that, but you gave me so much an understanding of baseball. Like baseball's to me it was always a religion to me. Right. It was baseball never let me down. Baseball's been a lover to me.
Yeah, you're right.
It's been my lover, and it's never let me down.
It's a good analogy for us. I agree with that.
Never. I've had family, friends. There's this timer for the stupid battery. Good shit. So let's reset it though. Right in the middle of
20 minutes.
The good one. No, it's good for 30. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go like 20. Let's go 25.
It's a good analogy though, dude.
So that's how I see it. You said fun, and that's awesome. I mean, everybody's different, right?
Right.
And I'm not a good baseball player. I'm not that good. I'm good. I'm the best. I told you, I'm the best 200 hitter there fucking is. I'm the best 200 hitter anybody will
best
fucking
heart
see.
though, dude. I take 10 of you over one guy that was phenomenal every day.
You had very serious skill. You had very serious skill.
I had good hands. I had a good bat. I wasn't the fastest person in the world. I had quick feet, good hands.
You had an incredible brain. You had a great baseball brain.
Grandpa was he did a lot of crazy shit that as a kid was fun, but it taught you stuff like we used to do soft tosses when we grew up. We didn't have nets and shit like these kids nowadays have these nets to hit into. That pop up right in front of you. You can hit. They got the catch in them or the bag, and we didn't have this, so we'd hit soft toss out in front of you right into a fence. Our fences were higher, and we'd hit into the fence. Every ballpark you went to in Berkeley had a bow on the fence because everybody hit soft toss into the fence, right? So Grandpa decided that, that doesn't really work. It works your hand coordination. It's just like hitting off the tee. There's a little bit of motion there. He's like, we need to work your hands. We need to make them faster. So I'm like, okay, well, how do we do that? So he would get behind me and soft toss the ball out in front of me. You couldn't turn your head. You had to keep like in your position, and then as the ball got into your hitting zone, then you had to swing the bat.
Right.
And it would bat speed. My bat speed went up incredibly, dude.
Yeah.
And that's he realized at a young
you got to get
age
to a
for me-
point where you're feeling the ball.
Right. Yeah. So
it's a feel.
you can sense it, right, and you know where to hit if I'm going low.
And the second you're picking it up.
Right. And he would work on low stuff. Fielding. Fielding was it was a mental game that he played with me. And, like, I remember he would teach me out in front of me to go clean the dirt out in front of me. Because, back in Berkeley, after the first game was over, the second game was like a freaking track, on the diamond. There was a rut there, dude. And you take ground balls off the face or the neck or if you weren't wearing a cup, dude, it'd be happy hour. You know what I'm saying? So Grandpa would, Grandpa would teach me how to do that, and my coach would yell at me. And I'm not going to say who. We'll just say he would yell at me. And then Grandpa walked into the dugout and sat down with the coach and says, he's not out there playing in the dirt. And he's like, well, what is he doing? He says, he's clearing the ground out in front of him so he doesn't take a bad out. I was 12 years old when he was teaching me this. I knew this at 12 years old. And then we would go out and he would hit me ground balls, taught me how to barehand a ball at 12 years old. He could do the island. Just shit that, and I think Grandpa played competitive fast pitch softball, because in the South men played fast pitch softball, where in the North where we grew up it was mostly all baseball. There was some fast pitch softball in the North, but Grandpa played that. He was a pitcher, so he had to have quick hands, quick movement, quick feet, and know how to pitch the ball. But he taught me fielding skills that I still use to this day. I mean, I don't play anymore, but it still is. We help with the girls coaching and stuff. I think that's huge for me.
Did you go through a period at all where you felt like you let your dad down?
I think afterwards a little bit I did. How do I word this? I felt like it was almost a get back. You're 18, 19 years old, and it was like Western was like, you come here and play, we don't have a scholarship, but you can come here, you can walk on and make the team, you can play. And I just felt like if I went to school at that time in my life, not really, I lost a little bit of fun for the game, that I would waste either my parents' money or even my own money, and it really was a waste of time. So I thought a little bit of it was like a kick at him, maybe. As you get older, like, that was the stupidest freaking thing I ever could have done. I mean, like I said, there was good and bad about what he did. I mean, I practiced enough that everything was second nature. Fielding a ground ball was not even a mental, it was just so physical and muscle memory. Because I would field, there'd be times we'd field hundreds of ground balls on a Sunday morning, dude.
How do you think they? So at a level, at a high school level, how's the game changed from when you played?
So I think
today,
kids nowadays have so much. So when we would play in high school, our summers would be, let's say, my sophomore going into my junior. My summer would be no travel. It would be city league, and then we would have tournament teams that they would get, the best all-star players together, put them on a team, and we would go play other cities and their all-star teams. So that basically was tournament ball when we were kids.
Right.
I got picked up by Kiwanis out of Birmingham, and I played with a couple guys from Berkeley that we went over and played, and that was some of the best competitive ball I've ever played in my life. There was kids that went on to play major leagues, college, everything in there, and I think minors too. It was a very competitive league at a young age, but I always played up in age. Because my parents put me into school so early.
Right, you always played with older kids.
Yeah, I always played. If I was 15,
you were always 16. A year older. Yeah.
I just played up with them, so that made me better too. But I think nowadays kids can focus on one sport and they have the ability to do it all year long. Like, I didn't have that ability. We had cages we could go to in the winter. There's indoor facilities now that you can practice all winter. If my dad put a net in the basement, it'd be the only way I could practice all winter. My dad's like, I'm not messing up my house. I get it.
How would you compete today?
I think with technology, I'd say a little bit. I don't think pitching was as good today as it was back then. And I don't know about
You think the pitching...
No, dude, I faced
30 years ago, you think pitching was better than it is today?
I saw 82 and above all the time. Yeah. We never ran a cross kids through 75, 78 miles an hour. I mean, there's kids that threw 90, 91. Bobby Quay threw 92 miles an hour. Yeah. I mean, out of high school. But the regional championship. Dude, played against Grosse Pointe. They had 2 guys that threw 85 miles, 3 guys that threw 85 and above. I mean, at 17 years old, that's moving, man. And
Yeah.
tournament ball, I'd say we played in a tournament in Ohio for Kiwanis, Bobby and I did. And in Ohio, the mound was, I'm trying to think, it was 60 feet 6 inches. It was 56. So guys that threw at 15 years old that threw 75 there were throwing almost 90 because it was 4 feet, 5 feet closer. Dude, it was some of the hardest pitching I'd ever seen, I think, because it was so fast. It got there so quick. It was everything shorthanded, and it taught you how to be a better hitter. It for sure helped me a lot with my hitting. Going into my junior year, I had a pretty good year. So today's technology a little bit, I think, but being able to train, like a lot of the girls that I helped coach with travel softball, they had their own coaches, dude.
Yeah, you
outside of high
coached.
school.
Tell me how you coached coached the girls for. Would you go 5 years or
About
6?
4 or 5 years for city league and a little bit of travel. Yeah, so
And it was mostly your daughter from the time she was about 8th grade until she graduated. And
roughly,
then you stopped.
In high school we didn't, and then after that, her last year, senior year, she didn't want to play travel anymore, which is fine. She had enough of it. She made high school, and that was her goal.
You kept coaching, I think, a year or two after that, didn't you?
About
you
a
kept going
year
with
after
the girls?
that, I did. Yeah. I coached one more year, and then that was it. So it was fun. It was different going from that.
What was the best thing you gave back to those girls? For all those years,
I think
what was the greatest thing you gave to them? Yeah, but specifically.
We try to teach them life lessons, do that.
Knowledge, baseball knowledge, or life? Yeah, I mean,
a little bit of both, I think. You try to give those back to the kids. I mean, that's important for them. I mean, they have to. It's an age you want them to start going. But girls are different, dude. Girls are smart. Girls are smarter than boys.
Smarter than boys.
Boys are out there to play a game. Girls analyze stuff.
Fucking girls softball is so exciting, dude.
It is, dude. It's
so
quick and fast.
I enjoy watching that more than I enjoy watching baseball.
It's quicker.
It is quicker, and it's so freaking hard.
Yep.
To first of all hit that ball at that angle where that ball's at, and then everything's so much shorter.
It's close.
I mean,
close.
To me, level of respect is way up here, and I personally, it's more enjoyable to me to watch. I really enjoy
the game
watching.
is a lot faster. The problem I have with today's baseball in pros, college not so much.
College much better.
Right. But pros it's too slow.
It's slow and it's watered down, and you're dealing with so much more. Would you say this is true? You're dealing with so much more than the game.
Oh, for sure.
You're dealing primarily with attitudes, and money and financial.
It makes TV.
It's such a, everyone knows it's a business, which is really diluted the hell out of the game.
Yeah, it's a soap opera.
It's a soap opera, which is really, I think if you ask a lot of folks, and I don't know anything about soccer really, but I went with a friend of mine. He took me, him and his dad, we went to a soccer game, and he's like, I've been doing soccer my whole life. I love soccer, blah, blah, blah. He's been doing it forever. And he's like, it's a drama. It's a soap opera, man. The whole thing is, and you don't really know it. So you're not going to say, there's just lots of spray. Tons of crazy stuff going on. So it's kind of cool if you know what's going on. Right. But with baseball, though, like it's so diluted.
It is.
It's not, I don't feel like, my personal opinion, it's not pure. It's not pure anymore.
No, it's not. They've gotten away.
It hasn't been pure for a while.
No, you're right. It hasn't, because it becomes, like you said, it's money involved. So
and there's always been money involved, but I don't think at this level, like the disparity of it, obviously baseball players used to make money in the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, the 60s, but the disparity with that normal common man, like us out every day doing our jobs, like baseball players could be gods, but they were a little bit, I think, more relatable.
Right.
They were more like common.
For sure.
And it was a joy, know. Even really almost.
There was your ego player here and there, but you get knocked down every.
But look at the ego. Like look at the era. So Babe Ruth. So Babe Ruth. I mean, ego, but the guy was the nicest, funnest human on the earth, right? What a great guy. You want to eat a hot dog and a Hummer with.
He had a ego when somebody said, you're going to do this, and he's like, oh, no, I'm not.
Right, well.
That's where his ego came out. But
correct, but he was always good with the fans.
Yeah,
I mean, they paid his bills. They're entertainers. He understood that he was an entertainer.
Absolutely.
I think a lot of players today don't understand they're entertainers.
No, they don't, unfortunately.
They're there for the fans.
Right.
The fans aren't there for them.
Nope.
They're there for the fans, and I think they don't know that. So
some of them don't. Some of them do, but don't. Yeah, I agree with you there.
All right. So wait. Hey, greatest player ever.
So me and you had this conversation a lot of times. I know who yours is. And that's a purist baseball answer for sure.
Right, you know where I'm going to.
How about if I give you my two favorite players?
It's not about me, it's about you.
Right.
Until it is about
my two favorite players. Now, I still think Babe Ruth is one of the top 1-2 players ever to play the game because of his numbers, all the stuff he did. He was a pitcher, whatever. So we won't discuss that. I think two of the purists, Ken Griffey Jr. and Cal Ripken Jr. were two of the purest players that played the game. They played it for the game. They played it for the heart of the game. They loved it. Ken Griffey was hurt, dude.
It was our era.
Yeah, it was our era. But I think the way he played the game was 110. I think, well, obviously Ken Griffey did. Never took a night off, dude.
It is hard to compare somebody like Ruth or Cobb to somebody like to Griffey or to Judy, because the time is so different.
So different.
The era is so different. It's so hard I think it's hard to do those. So, all right, that's respectable.
Griffey, I think, had one of the purest, prettiest swings I've ever seen.
Well, let's do 10. Let's do
top 10 baseball?
Let's go 10, and let's go 10, and they don't have to be.
You want them current to back, or you want them?
I don't know. Yeah. Let's go current to back. Let's go top 10. But maybe do we break it up? Like, do we go the first 50 years and the next 50 years? Like, I don't know. I mean, because there's a lot in there. It's going to get real. Like, I think that's a harder question to answer than it is number 1 or 2, because you have a lens when you say, like, you know, mine is Ty Cobb. Like, I love Ty Cobb.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
and I would say
Ty Cobb guy. I used to drive by his house.
Top 5 ever. I don't care what era.
I'd argue that he's top 3.
Right, I agree. But I'm saying top 5 because you got to throw like.
But here's one I'm surprised you didn't mention. I know Griffey because you were a third baseman. Right. Ripken. Right. And definitely Griffey because I'd have him in my 10.
All right.
But I'm surprised you didn't say Tony Gwynn.
So Tony Gwynn to me was an average outfielder.
He agreed.
Okay.
But how about a batter?
Oh, he's one of the top 5 batters.
How about at the plate? All time, top 5, all freaking time.
Dude, but then you gotta. So that's what I'm saying.
Could be.
So you gotta look at.
I don't know.
But then you gotta look at Pete Rose. How do you not say Pete Rose in the top 5 ever, dude? He got the most hits.
All the way around too.
Dude, he fucking would give his neck to.
Tony Gwynn couldn't steal a base like Pete Rose could.
Steal? Yeah, I don't think that. I'm not saying that he can go 110. I just think he was an average outfielder. He was a good outfielder.
I agree.
He wasn't a Griffey
I think
outfielder.
that's facts. I think I agree.
Right?
Pete Rose, probably, to me, he was more Ty Cobb, where he was like, I'm going to give my life. Like, I'll break my arms.
I'm going to get.
You can break my legs. I don't care. I'm going to get it.
Yep.
I will execute.
Yep.
I mean, I fashion a lot on my side. I love that.
Right.
To me, that's like
you can't take that guy away. He's been so shadowed for so long. And,
there's all the garbage that went on and all that
baseball.
shit.
I get it. I understand it. But hey, there's steroids. There's drug abuse.
Yeah, I mean,
there's guys beating their wives. How come all them fuckers aren't out of baseball?
There is a lot of that.
There's a lot more social bullshit that people should be.
Well, there's politics involved.
Well, for sure.
That too.
What's money?
You know, you're right. Well, of course, it all goes back.
That's what I was going to say to you earlier when we talked about the pure game of baseball. Is you do that to him, but then you let someone like Clement and all those guys that did steroids, and you let them go. Or even better yet, which isn't going to make people happy, is A.J Hinch. Every single person on that Houston team should have lost their fucking ring in the title. Correct?
They're the biggest fucking cheaters on the planet Earth. To me, that is at the minute. That to me, it's worse than the White Sox scandal. White Sox, right, was eight guys, right?
Dude, it's worse than Pete Rose because he didn't cheat the game. They cheated the game to win.
Correct. I don't know if Pete bet or not. Correct. I agree. He never bet on himself. But I agree. I don't think. I mean, they hardcore cheated. Like cheated. And they didn't even They didn't even strip him of it.
Nope.
And I love what the fans do. I hope the fans continue to do what they do in every stadium out there because they are cheaters.
And the reason I say A.J Hinch like that
Houston
because he had
Asterisks
control of the situation. He knew he should have fucking stopped it in its tracks.
I mean, that drum's beat.
And the fucked up thing is he's a good coach.
Come on.
He's a good coach. That's the fucked up thing. Look what he's done with the talent in Detroit.
There was no need. There wasn't a need.
He had a good enough team to win.
I feel, and I don't know for sure. I don't know because I wasn't there. Only them guys know.
Right.
But my experience is inclined to think that it started very small.
Oh, and then it escalated.
And it grew beyond where these guys could control it. Like so many were involved, and it was happening so much that you just couldn't stop it. It was a train that was running, and you just like, darn it.
No brakes, baby.
There was no brakes. It was like, well, I just got to stay on it because I don't want to jump off and tuck and roll. But I think, but that's just the problem is that you kind of got to have some personal integrity.
Because of the money of the game is why those people held on to what they held on to. So that's my disparity with it. There's no more Pierce in it because if Pete Rose is held out, what the fuck are you doing with a championship team that actually cheated to win a championship? He cheated. He didn't really cheat the game. He bet on the game, but never against himself or his team.
Never. I don't think ever was
against
no
himself
facts
or his team.
that he. I don't think. No. I don't know for sure, but I don't think that he ever cheated in a fashion where he threw a game.
Right, so he could win.
He didn't affect the game. He was just a gambler.
Right.
God's sakes. And
he's a degenerate gambler.
As far as the steroids go, what do you think about what do you think about the steroid era and then the steroids?
I have two thoughts on it. One is I think it's a joke that people lied and they really let them get off with it. Okay, that's a joke to me.
So baseball
They did just come out. Baseball
had no guts. They had no guts, and they never
let them all do it. Let's see fucking balls hit 600 feet. That's what people want.
That is.
You might as well let them run rampant with it. What does it matter at this point?
After the strike, McGwire and Sosa saved the game. Some would say. Some people would say that.
Steroids.
Yeah.
Sosa won't admit it. McGwire finally did.
Right.
And dude, the fucked up thing about that whole thing.
How you guys doing?
How are you? Is that
good?
Seiko?
We're good. He's eating a banana.
Yeah.
You guys play baseball? Yeah. What position do you play? Catcher? Let's get my own heart. Or what do you play? Did you say bat?
There's a true boy right there.
Yeah. We're talking a little baseball here.
So sorry if we cuss or swear.
Yeah, sorry. If we swear, just cover your ears, okay?
Yeah, cover your la 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 la.
Right.
So my whole thing is that Canseco told everybody that Canseco got he was the worst guy ever. Go to jack up. He's on drugs. Everything he said came out and it was true. Every person it was true. And then he's a look at all the people that came out and admitted to it up front and said, "Yep, I did it." Blah blah blah. They earned the trust back of the fans.
Yeah, it's like anything. First of all, everybody loves a comeback, right?
Absolutely, man.
And so, yeah.
I'm trying to think of the pitcher, Pettit.
Yeah, Andy Pettit came out
and said it.
But Roger didn't, and look where Roger's at. Yeah. People still fucking shit on.
He'll get in, though.
So get up and just admit it.
And that, how about that? How about your Hall of Fame vote is done by a writer?
Okay, let's talk about that.
Ball games.
Well, we're talking about scandals. I want to talk about that in a second, but let's talk about. So we're talking about scandals. I mean, what about today? So the spider tack. I mean, what's going on with baseball today, where now the game's supposed to be equalized, right? And they can't use any tack. They can't touch anything. They can't do anything. Like they can't. I mean, we got to a point. I think for like 3 or 4 days, they couldn't use rosin.
No. Yeah.
I mean, they couldn't use that. I think some of that has lightened up over the last week.
And what's going to happen is they'll check it for 3 months, and then it'll go back to normal.
You think it will?
Oh, for sure. Somebody's going to.
You think steroids has gone back? You think?
I think there's different stuff that they use that they can get around.
So it's changed.
There's a way around it.
Okay. All right.
I don't think guys are as big.
Right, they're not McGwire, Sosa, Canseco.
Guys are big and in great shape. They're not huge like those guys were.
Right.
I mean, dude just got big, dude. Remember Brady Anderson?
They're not juiced and freaks.
No,
they're just bigger because of
from the Orioles.
People are bigger.
He was like, looked like he's 165, 170, and then the next year he's like 210. You're like, what the? He looked like he was roid, dude. He was hitting bombs everywhere.
That's all the shit we put in our food supply too to make you bigger too, right?
Yes.
I mean, come on.
We eat McDonald's now.
There's so many roids and all the shit we eat.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you even filter that out?
Well, animals have given steroids.
You think baseball though is trying to like say, well, we don't want a scandal to come out and have this be this big deal, so we're trying to stay ahead of it. Like, or are they just trying to show their muscle and like what's baseball doing? What are they doing?
I think sometimes they try to highlight that this is baseball. It's pure.
We're so great.
Yeah,
we're a great sport. We're so good about shit.
Bullshit. It's a game to play. And I think all it is to keep the fans in the seats, to get them back, and that's all it is.
Got it. Because that's what drives the revenue. That's what they need.
Well, absolutely. If there's no money, but people, dude, even though they had TV rights last year, which paid all the owners and all the bullshit, it still doesn't pay everything. Right. Filling those seats, dude, and all the concessions and the parking.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot to be lost there, not just for baseball teams, but for communities.
Right.
People that go out there and work for $8 an hour, parking cars or whatever, selling pretzels on the corner.
The average fan doesn't want to see a 3-hour game, and they don't want to see it 1-0.
That's why it's so hard.
The average fan, they don't want to see that.
I would love that.
I would too, but we're baseball guys.
Right.
But the average fan don't want to see that shit. I mean, I kind of, like, I don't want to see it every day. Like, honestly, like, if I like to watch 162 games all year and watch a game, I don't want to see 1-0 or 1-1 every game and have them be 3.5 hours. Like, I'm even at this point in my life now, I don't want to watch that.
So here's if you look at it, like, so for instance, you look at an old shot of an old video, just at some point in the next week, month, whatever, pull up an old video of Bob Gibson from St. Louis Cardinals pitching, okay? He was a monster.
Slide.
Absolutely one of the most underrated pitchers probably, I think, ever in baseball. Was a freaking monster.
Couldn't beat the Tigers, but that's okay.
He threw some nasty games in those things, though, dude. Like,
he took it to the wire, but he did not beat the Tigers.
Did not. So, if you watch a batter get into the box with him, the batter is literally in the box and hits that quick. He's ready to go. Batter steps out, gets his sign in his back in the box.
The flow.
Yes, it was fast, dude. It moved. You can watch a game in 2 hours there.
Yeah,
be gone. And if you didn't get in the box, umpire's like, get in the box, let's go. Now if he says that to a pro, they're like, somebody gets kicked out. It's a big old. What's wrong with Fraida Felcher?
I know, she's drunk.
It's a big old drama, right? It's a big old drama, dude. Get in the box. No, I'm arguing with the umpire. Next thing you know, he tosses him, and then the coach comes out, and it's, we got to get somebody fired up. Get in the box, hit the ball. You don't need to do all this with your gloves, fix your crotch, fix your hat, your jersey.
Because it's about them.
I know.
They're so entitled that everyone's watching me.
I would just start throwing the ball. I'd just throw a pitch anyways.
We just throw. You better be ready, and if it's a strike, then right. I mean, forget the clocks out there. Just get them up and throw. That'll make the game go real fast.
And I tell you the worst thing I hate, and people the younger generation is younger, and some of my peers, my age group, like it. I cannot fucking stand the bat flip. If I was a pitcher, and if I was on that opposite team, I would tell my pitcher, beam that motherfucker.
I mean, I think by the time they come to home plate, that they better run across that plate because the pitcher has an opportunity to hit them again as they're running. So the pitcher doesn't go towards the pitcher's got the ball back, and he's like, "Go ahead, motherfucker. Let's go. You better run your ass across that plate. I'm gonna fucking hit you.
Hit you on the run."
Yeah,
that's a great. But
they should have a chance to do. Catcher sets up, and it's like, okay.
If you bat flip, the next dude's getting hit in the back. I don't give a shit who you are. I just don't agree with that. You hit that's your job.
Just hit the ball and run.
His job. So, and then the other problem
is, much about
if he accidentally hits somebody, I don't give a shit who you are. Tip your hat, my bad.
Yeah,
move on. There's no reason to be a dick.
Unless you do it on purpose.
Well, then you deserve to get punched in the freaking head.
Then you tip your hat.
Yeah, with a finger, I get it. But then you deserve to get rushed and punched in the face. I'm sorry, right? That's how the game was. Hey, that inside quarter's mine. Okay. Well, if you hit me, I'm going to first, but I might dot your eye on the way there. Like,
they pretty much look like robots, so they got sleeves and everything.
They're good to go. Dude, that's the other shit. Get rid of that stuff. Take it like a man, weasel.
Yeah, right?
That's right. So that's all the part of the game that when we played, there was none of that. Dude, our friends would beat us.
Yeah.
Somebody's pitching against us, they would just beat us.
Yeah, right.
Don't care. And you go to first base.
And you go to first base.
And then you're like, you're a dummy. You put me on for free.
Yeah, I'm just surprised at how awesome that battery lasts.
That's awesome.
From that thing.
Is there any type of solar power charger you can buy for it?
I don't know. Maybe, but I'm always in the sun, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. You're not, sometimes you're in the studio.
All right. So, I mean, I got the book. All the questions are in here. We don't need them, though. We haven't need to use them at all whatsoever because you're on it. I mean, I don't. Let me set this timer here for that.
Baseball is a wide range of shit you can discuss. There's no doubt about it.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot good with the game still. There's still a lot bad with it, but it's given. Here's another example. You're going to the ballpark. It's $200 for a family of 4 or more. That's if you ride your bikes there. Because if you park, it's $25 to $45.
Or your scooter.
Yes, dude, it's crazy. We have one left, right?
I got one left. We can go on 2 or some more, and 1 or 2, whatever. What about sex?
What?
Sex?
How about a little comedy?
All right, sex it is, dude.
All right, that's comedy too.
Yeah, sex too. Yeah, it is, right?
Yeah.
Can be. Comedy.
Love and marriage, love.
So would
Comedy.
all right. So do you feel like I'm gonna open up my magic book?
All right, open up the
Magic book and get to the comedy freaking
A
section.
little comedy section, nice.
Yeah, there's a little comedy section, man. We'll giddy on that and see what falls out of it.
These are just things that are part of my life that I like.
Yeah, hey,
I guess that's right. That's
your
the basis
voice.
of what you're
It's not my
yeah,
voice.
Absolutely.
It's not my voice.
A little bit of your voice.
Yeah. Top 3 comics.
Oh, top 3 comics. Got to be Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, and I would say Dave Chappelle.
Oh, yeah, Dave. Right?
Dave's very, and I take this from Eddie, and he's smart, dude. And he grabs every spectrum of it. He basically goes on to tell you he's going to make fun of this, and then he does it. He tells you up front, like he almost pre-warns you, but you know, he's a smart dude. His parents were both professors and teachers. And he's a smart dude, man. I like the way he takes both sides of everything too.
Eddie?
No,
Or Dave?
Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, Dave.
I think he kind of floats both sides, and I think that's kind of cool that he does that. He doesn't let anything drag down what he wants to do, all this politically correct shit. I don't think he lets that affect him. But like I said, I think he basically goes on and says, I'm going to make fun of this Asian person. And he goes on and does it. Fuck it. He's a joke writer. That's what he does.
I know. And
most people understand.
He's very good.
At it. Yeah, he's very good.
He's very good. He's
Obviously,
very creative.
Yeah, I mean, Red Fox probably laid a little bit more groundwork for
Red Fox.
for Richard, and Richard took off with it, obviously, right? I mean, Red Fox was the original dirty guy. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, my grandpa and my dad and my uncle was listening to Red Fox albums and yelling at the kids to get out of the house because he was cussing up a storm, dude. You know, the shit he would tell. So I think Richard took that. But I'm just saying, I think he laid the groundwork.
Black. You don't think white people are funny?
Yeah,
no fucking
not the funniest ones.
White people? What the fuck is going on?
Who do I like?
No funny white people.
I like Gary
what crosses the line? What's a line crosser in comedy?
I don't think there's one for me. Not one for me. I think it's all funny. Make it funny. The shit we have going on in our world right now, make it funny. People need to laugh that shit off. People are angry, dude. You get it? People are angry. Comedy is one of the best ways to cool your shit down. They make you laugh at shit that you don't think you'd laugh at. I think it's the best way, man. People should go see more comedy shows, bro.
Lighten up, Francis.
Lighten up, Francis. I'm telling you.
Lighten up,
I don't
Francis.
think there is a line. I mean, there are some lines, I guess, you could get pretty squirrely, but what if the comic was angry on stage? If he's not angry and he's joking about it, what line is he really crossing? I mean, Dave makes as much.
The audience has the line,
right? Yeah.
If a comic has, in my opinion, if a comic has a line that they cross, then they're not doing their job.
No, absolutely. That's you got to step over.
Not doing their job.
Yeah. You should be like this.
It's the audience that has the line. It's their voice.
Right.
You know. I'm upset.
Then don't go. Don't go if it makes you.
You made a joke. I'm angry. I'm offended. Cancel him.
Get him off TV.
Right. God damn.
Yeah. So I think it's for them. I that's what I like about Dave.
I kind of don't want to go nude here. You think it's all right if I take my shirt off? I got to spray down, dude.
You're gonna get it roasted with an 8, brother.
8 skate, y'all don't get my.
You're gonna donate. You're gonna donate some skin.
I'm just getting my fucking arms are getting red and shit.
But yeah, I don't think there's a line to cross. I mean, I guess you could. Not with me. There's not. I think it's all funny. That's why I go. Right? You go there to laugh.
That's the point. How's that taste, buddy?
It tastes great.
You gotta protect the
My
tubes.
glasses love it.
Oh yeah, right.
Fraida Felcher needs some on that white ass skin he's got going on. What she got going on. I don't know. She's ambidextrous still. She or her.
She's ambidextrous? Tell everybody who she is.
I have no idea. She's Fraida Felcher from Cranston, but
yeah. So we picked her up on the way. We were road tripping. We stopped at a flea market. We stopped at a flea market.
Yeah. Off 31.
And so, well, people watching this in fucking, Arizona, you gotta know what fucking
31 in the state of Michigan. Sorry, it's over on the west side of the state.
Why I'm doing my red neck.
You're not facing.
My hair is fucking down there and shit. But I gotta put, this is fucking like an 8, brother.
Yeah, you're gonna get roasted.
An 8 isn't really gonna cut
It's
it.
like cooking egg rolls, buddy.
Cooking egg rolls. My
Fraida
white
Felcher was
skin.
pretty dirty. She was, I don't know, $3.
$3.
They had some other interesting stuff there.
But this smells really good.
It does smell good. So we made him our mascot of the trip, man. He went golfing with us this morning.
Yep. Yeah, he went with us.
Did she go out with us last night? He or she?
He or she. They did not go out with us last night.
No.
But we know what we'll do is tonight maybe we'll put
him on the scooter.
Put him on the scooter and
okay.
Let him rip. It is sunny out here, isn't it?
Beautiful.
So we're on the Grand Traverse Bay is where we're at.
Which is in Traverse City, Michigan.
Hella
out-of-state
beautiful.
people.
Yeah. Traverse City, Michigan. Way out here we go. We don't need to explain where. We just show it. We just show it right up here. Right up here. In the tippy tip. In the tip. Just the tip. Just the tip. Just the tip. All right. Now that we're talking about sex,
comedy.
Give me a high nooner. Yeah.
Drink your water, man. Get dehydrated.
Yes, Dad.
I'm ready to pass out.
Yes, Dad.
I can't drag you on a scooter.
Well,
I could, but wouldn't
technically.
Just put you on the bus and meet you there. Meet you out front. We'll tape your note to your shirt.
Yep. All right. Now, just for fun, you want to talk about anything else on here? Fun. Sex?
Dimensions. What is dimensions?
Dimensions?
What is?
Yeah, what the hell is that?
Dimensions? You're talking about like space dimensions?
Yeah.
I've been high in the last
I know, you don't get high, dude. You don't do drugs, man. You don't do drugs. I do.
I do. But you someday I'll get off. What kind of bug is that?
I don't know. It's kind of
like
cool.
It looks like a beetle bee.
It does, but he's got like a cool little blue back.
Yeah, he's like a shiny
And he was
back.
just kind of, I smushed him away because he was like on my face. I smushed him. I meant to say shrimp
fisherman.
Shrimp fisherman.
Let's get our English book. Dimension. Shmush now?
SHMUSHED.
Shmushed.
Is that what I said? Shmushed.
That's Shum-Sheds. SM Shmushed. SMUSHED, right? Shmum.
No, my glasses. Smooshhead?
Smooshhead, yeah. That's up in the north. That's real north of here. It's a little bit north of here. That's what the up part of Michigan they use smooshheads in the winter.
Smooshhead.
What else?
Dimensions is like third dimension, man. That's what it's like. Man. It's some freaky shit.
About that to discuss it, I guess, right?
Well, whatever. I mean, it's dimensions is like some people say that we're about to enter another dimension. You know, like things are 3D and I'm just saying.
People say the Earth's flat too.
There's a lot of I mean, well, that's like there's a difference. There's a difference, I think, between those two statements. There's a difference between those two statements because I mean, actual facts will tell you and can prove, and science can prove that the Earth is not flat.
Oh, for sure.
I mean, this is flat right here, but you know, right? The actual Earth
curvature, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But dimensions is a little bit more obviously metaphysical,
right?
And there are people believe that we're trying to achieve to get into another dimension. Yeah, and who knows?
We have a room open. We have a bunch of those smush bugs in there.
Say what?
We left our door open. We have a bunch of those smush bugs in there.
The ducks aren't coming today.
Oh, they will.
Yeah, as soon as you start throwing pretzels at them again.
I didn't throw any pretzels. They were eating the pretzels that you dropped all over underneath the table,
one pretzel at
way
the
over
duck
there.
that was
there
30 yards away, and he came over here.
He did come running
faster than Ricky Henderson stole first, second base, and then they all followed.
They were cool though. They didn't snap at us or anything. They were around our feet. They were cool.
Cute as hell.
They were cute. They were cool.
They were cute.
That's the first time I've ever had something like that happen. That was trippy.
They were cute as hell, man. Those ducks were.
Yesterday we were sitting on the patio, and there's probably video of it somewhere, I think. Yeah, right. And we were sitting there just checking out the beach and everything, and all these ducks came over, baby ducks and the mama, and they went all through our feet, underneath us, around us, on the path. It was pretty cool. They weren't scared of anything.
No, and the mother duck was not very motherly, in my opinion. She wasn't very protective.
No,
she was just like, oh, well, one of you gets snagged and eaten, that's your problem.
Grandpa used to say, go and stick that penny in the light socket, see what happens.
Right.
You won't do it again.
It'll be the last time you do it.
Right.
Stick that fork in there.
What's else on that fork? Kind of discuss a little bit.
Whatever you want, buddy. We're in free fall now.
We're in free fall. We're getting into 2 or 3 drinks now.
Whatever you want, buddy. I mean, we talked crypto yesterday. I didn't get any of that on tape.
No.
That was a fun little
learning that.
Quick conversation we had about crypto.
Right, investments.
What do you think about crypto?
I don't know enough about it. I think I would invest in it. I just don't know enough about it. Like I know we talked about it being
what you know about it. Do you feel like it is completely fake and unreal and stupid and dumb and a passing fad, or do you?
I think it's a fad. I think it's gonna wind down.
You feel like it's gonna wind down, that it's not gonna sustain?
I don't.
You don't feel like it will sustain?
Maybe one would, but I don't think all the ones that are coming up and going out.
Do you feel like at some point electronic currency would take over paper and gold?
That partially has. I mean, as far as I think credit card, debit cards.
But that's still based on.
I know, based on currency.
Like you get paid as your salary. You get paid in paper money based on the gold. It's based on the gold standard.
Right.
Do you feel like you will have that, but based on the electronic currency standard?
It possibly could, dude.
Well, that's not a fad then. I mean, that ain't gonna pass.
You're right.
I mean, that's what I'm asking. Like, the fuck are you saying,
I just don't know enough about it to answer that question well enough, I think. I mean,
well,
I don't know.
You're answering it.
Because I think we live in the world with cash, money in our hand, and I still kind of think old school like that right now. You have a little bit of bias to it because I don't understand it enough, I guess. I'm always afraid that, like every time you swipe your card, I mean, dude, how many times has somebody called and said, hey, you just bought a 6-pack of beer and a pack of Lucky Strikes down in Florida?
Once in my life.
I've had it happen 3 times to us. We've had to have our card shut down.
I got ripped off at a Subway once.
Yep. No, we caught it before. I think like one day it was $22, $30. The other time it was like $150. And then one time we got scammed on a Venmo thing kind of through our bank. So, and that sucked because Katie was in Vegas. So that's the kind of shit that scares me. If it's that easy to do electronically, how easy can they steal your money? Somebody can. Well, they can distribute it out through different.
People can steal your money out of your bank account.
They can, right? But I get notification. I guess I get notifications someone's taking my crypto money too, right?
In crypto, though, they could catch them. It's it's like the serial number that's on your dollar bill.
Right.
That's like you can track that to the end of time.
Yeah.
That's what actually makes it pretty safe.
Right. True.
Where dollars you can counterfeit, or $100 bills you can counterfeit, and
I just don't know enough background on it, how they trace it, how they do it. That's what I said. I don't know. I mean, I think it's a lot easier. It's what everybody does now. They don't even swipe my card anymore half the time. I just tap it.
Yeah, but that's just a method for the cash and gold system.
But that'd be the same thing with crypto.
Yeah, of course.
Right. Here's my phone. Just tap my phone.
But the difference between
here's 20 crypto dollars.
The difference between the two, though, is that gold is based on the gold standard, and dollars are based on the government. They're 100% based on your faith and belief in the government
system, right?
So if you start to not believe in your government,
right,
you're probably going to start to not believe in the paper money and the financial security that they or the financial means that they provide, not security. And so that maybe that's the question. Do you believe that you still believe in your government?
Right.
Do you still believe in your government?
I do in a way. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to delve too much into
politics.
Yeah. I'm not a politic guy. I don't want to discuss it. I try to leave it out of my life as much as I can. It just creates a lot of shit for
kind of a waste of freaking time.
Yeah, to me it is. I try to be happy every day. Be nice to people
Politics
every day.
is not a happy thing, is it?
No, it's not. It doesn't make people happy. They get angry when you start talking about it. That's why I try to
It's not even close to making anybody happy.
No, it doesn't. That's what's fucked up about it. That's why people don't want to discuss it. And the people that do want to discuss it, they get so angry about it, and they do.
They're the 5%ers on each side. They're 5%ers on each side, aren't they?
Yeah, it's like, hey man, I love you. I don't want to fight with you for something that has nothing to do with you and our friendship. Like, if you think that way, then we probably shouldn't be friends. Like, is that what you're saying?
Well, that's leading to a lot of things.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But people take it that far nowadays, and it should be that way. You know, politics back when we were younger wasn't even a blip on our screen, or our parents really didn't.
Everybody's getting upset about
politics. What I think politics should be is discussed in your household, not outside of it. Like my parents used to be. You go down the street, you didn't know what political form everybody was. Now everybody's got a fucking sign in their thing telling them they're this, that, I'm purple, green, I don't care.
And people are prejudiced. If they see that, they see that sign, and then they say, "Well, I saw all this online, so I'm associating all of this with that sign."
You're an
and
asshole.
now, yeah,
dude,
that's what people do. They go from 0
to 100
to 100 like that, all because you may or may not have an opinion on something that you are expressing.
And I don't care if you're black, green, purple, gay. It doesn't matter to me. Are you cool to me? I'm cool to you. We're friends. We love each other. Cool. Let's go. Let's roll. That's all that matters to me. If you're nice to me.
And if you're in the tight circle, then we ride or die.
You're just a dick. It doesn't matter what you are. You're just a dick. I mean, that's who you are. I'm not going to associate anything, religion, whatever you are. You're just a dick. That has no bearing on it. I mean, right? You're just a dick. If you're cool, you're cool. We have a friendship. We can have fun. But I don't want to judge you based on that. And the other thing is, I don't want your opinion. If I want your opinion, I'll ask for it. Right? And you and I we ask each other's opinion because we value that with each other. We have a long friendship. That's different.
Well, we have a lot of history where people are mostly that are picking fights with other people and don't know what the hell they're squawking about. They have zero history. They've never taken the time to get to hear somebody or listen to their voice or know them. They've never taken. But you know, if they can get to know folks and talk with them, I think it's okay to have differing opinions on things and talk through the shit, but still love each other. Like if you came out and said, I love this person or this person from a political perspective, and these are the things I believe in, and I said, well, I don't, I do this and that, it wouldn't matter. We would still do this and still drink, and we'd go on our way. But what might happen is, because I do have taken the time to get to know you, and I love you, and we have a history, is it might make me question my own beliefs. So I might go, gosh, maybe I'm not so right about everything. Maybe Butch has got a point.
So here's the flip side of that.
So I should think through that a little bit.
The flip side
and I might grow as a person. Right. And that's probably why, in my opinion, we're not evolving as a society. Right. Because we're not listening to each other.
Well, that, and the other flip side of that, what you just said is that, the other person goes, that guy's a fucking moron because he doesn't believe the way I believe. And that flips everything. That's the anger part of it that drives that, you know?
That's because, most humans, not most humans, I don't really know. People, I feel like my opinion is that people are entitled, and they think, from that entitlement, they think that they're fucking right about everything. Right. I mean, I certainly am. Right. I mean, I definitely am right about everything. If I wasn't, would I sit here without a shirt on?
Right. Or a Fraida Felcher from Cranston.
Or a Fraida Felcher from Cranston.
Right.
I mean, my shit don't stink. I already know that.
Oh yeah, I try to stay out of it. It just doesn't, I can do what I can do to make my family happy and make my life better.
But you say
hopefully that blooms onto other people.
But
slow down. Take your hat off real slow. Look at it. Take it off like that. Slow. Now look at it. There he is.
Oh, hey buddy. See, he's cool.
Is it a beagle?
Yeah, he's green on the front. There's it's like a cool green. Don't scare him. But even on his back, see, when his tail opens up, he got green.
The color flips.
I know.
Dude, that's cool.
With the sun, how it shadows like that. That's
go back in your head. He's chilling. Take him in the room with us, though. I need that crawling in my nuts.
I'm gonna put him in bed with that radio.
Dude, I woke up to take a piss. I'm like, why is there red lights behind my pillow? Dude, I'm in the middle of the night trying to clear off the nightstand to put the fucking clock radio back from behind my pillow. The bastard put a clock radio behind my pillow.
Hey, fucker asked me, he goes, you gonna get up or you want me to set the alarm? Or what'd you say to me? You said, you want me to set the alarm? I set the alarm if you're gonna get up. I don't care. Do whatever you want. And you're over there fiddling with the radio from 1984.
Hey, is that yours?
No, it's been sitting here for a couple of days.
I know. We put alcohol. No, I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, we put whiskey in it, so.
Perfect. I'm gonna say, with the way my day's going,
You need it, right?
There's really not enough in it.
You come back for a refill later.
That's pretty scared of me. He said, "Is that yours?" Yeah. He's like, "Whoa, wait, no, it's been sitting here for a few days."
You set that alarm, and it was on my side of the bed. It was on the other side,
Like, don't put
and
that
the other
on-
side of the counter in between our beds. And so
That's where housekeeping put it, not me.
after you went to bed, I started snoring. I knew as soon as you did a little, I was like,
out.
"Oh, you're out." So I got up and I went around, and I stuck it right under your pillow.
It was right underneath my pillow. Did I come back? I'm like, why is my pillow Terminator now? There's red behind it. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, that fucker.
I got
all
up
the
about.
stuff off the nightstand, my water. They just
I got up in the middle of the night at one point and just looked over there, and it was on the table. You put it on the table.
Oh, it's the bathroom.
You put it on the table, yeah.
That was funny.
And you can flush, man. I heard you getting to go to the bathroom, so it don't matter if you flush.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
I don't care. You're not waking me.
Hey,
You already
dude, there
woke me.
wasn't-
You already woke me up. I hear you go in the bathroom. Flushing ain't gonna do another thing to it.
3 a.m. hose in there.
Don't worry, I'll just put some pistachio shells out
on
for you.
Yeah, I can step on them.
I'll get you back. Don't worry. We were in Vegas one year, and I just sat and drunk in the bed eating pistachio nuts.
I fell asleep.
And I threw the shells on the ground because I was a pig, and I just chucked them over the bed.
He thought he was hitting the garbage can.
I might have. Yeah, right.
He maybe made one.
Maybe.
I had to have surgery after walking through
There were shells everywhere. It was worse than Legos.
Oh my God. Then he goes to bed, turns the TV off, and I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, go to the bathroom, and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm walking through there, and I get in the bathroom, and there's pistachio shells stuck to the bottom of my fucking feet, bleeding. And then I can hear hee laughing in bed. I woke him up. I'm like, you asshole. It's pretty funny, though.
That was good.
We've had some good adventures.
They're all good times, but I'm telling you, I don't care if it isn't 8. This smells so
It
good.
does smell good.
It's the best smelling salad oil that you can put on your body.
Salad oil.
Hey, look, it's moisturizing formula, coconut and argan oils, water resistant 80 minutes. It's beautiful, but
Water resistant, but burning like boiling an egg.
it's gonna gonna cook you like an egg because
So I think you have a good array of questions for this. This is a very good
good array of topics
layout.
and,
Yeah,
and
absolutely,
stuff.
yes.
I mean,
or topic, I'm sorry, not questions, but leads to questions, but brews, pandemic, food, internet.
all right. So sex,
Oh my God, dude.
Cunnilungis or blowjob.
Oh. 69.
69.
I like rando. That's cool.
Rendo.
Yeah, you have there's a good array, man. This is good.
I got more. They didn't. I got them written down, and I didn't put them in this book. They're on a pad that I got.
It's a lot of choices. That covers a lot of ground.
We'll see. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing.
I think you're on it's a good thing.
I think I'm having fun.
You gotta give.
What else, man? Like, what else? Like, what's one thing you want to say? What's one thing you want to say to the world? I mean, this is it. Hey, this is it. You're at the end, man. And
be in it.
And you can. And you're going away tomorrow, buddy. And it's done
Oh,
tonight.
if I was going away tomorrow, that's tough, dude. You're that's a tough one.
You're going
A lot
away
of
tomorrow
people I
or
need to
tonight.
thank and-
Could be tonight. Well, go ahead. Thank them.
Yeah, thank everybody. I love everybody.
It's one thing you want to say.
Shrimp Fisherman? Maybe Shum-Sheds?
You're going away tomorrow. What's one thing you want to say?
Oh, I would say how much I appreciate my family, obviously, and all the shit that they've taught me and helped me with that over the years. Obviously, love my wife. She's awesome. My best friend. And my mom and dad, dude. My mom and dad are cool. I appreciate you, dude. You take a lot of stress out of my life. I mean, I don't dump it on you. I don't mean it that way, but just coming up here, we go on relaxing vacations, we have fun. It's funny because our vacations are laid out. Right? We're going to breakfast. We're going walking, working out, breakfast, nap, cocktails. Start the night. Let's go.
There's a lot of regimens sometimes.
Yes.
Sometimes we need to like let it. We
have so much to
flow.
cover,
We need
though,
to free
sometimes.
flow.
I know.
Well, because we don't live together anymore.
Right, yeah.
You know, so
We're
that's-
far apart, so there's a lot of catching
right,
up.
You
to
got
do.
like literally a minute
Yeah.
before I switch, so we're on a roll.
So, yeah,
so what else?
dude, I
So you
appreciate
got
that.
your beautiful wife, you got your lovely parents
Obviously, I
that
have
taught
great
you
kids,
everything.
Great
your
kids,
dad-
all my friends. But
Oh, you
do-
stuck your kids in there too?
Yeah, they're all right.
You sure?
My buddy Jake, my boy. Jake's my boy. My son, he's 19 today, so obviously when you folks see this is going to be on, but it's July 9th. It's his birthday today.
Right.
He's 19 years old. He's a great kid. He's a good kid. He's finding his way. Just good. That's boys take a little bit longer to find their ways, but he's finding it. You know, I stomp his ass a little bit here and there. He gets on my nerves, but I love him. He's learning. He'll get it.
Your daughter's 3 years older than he is?
Yep. She's out in Colorado. She's awesome. Like I said earlier, I don't worry about her. She's got her shit together. Sometimes she says she doesn't, but she does. She doesn't know it yet. She'll understand. That's hard on her though. She gets it. My parents, dude. I love my parents. My parents are awesome. They're always there for me. I talk to my mom almost every day.
That's how we started with your parents.
Yep.
Thanks for putting me in that category and part of that fucking list. That's great, man. I really appreciate
You're up
that.
there, buddy.
Thanks,
You're
man.
in the top 5, buddy. Top 5 hitter.
All right, I'll sneak
Best
in
top
there.
500, 200 hitter I know.
Best 200 hitter in the league, man.
Top 5.
I am the best. At one point, I got down to about 187. Best 187 hitter.
Climb back
But
out of it.
honestly, this year is about the best 230 hitter, 235
That's all
hitter.
right. That's all right.
Could be to like 260,
What's
but I'd
your
rather
OB,
self-deprecate and bring it down.
You're on base. It's your OBP.
Oh yeah, dude. OBP's high, man.
See, that's
OBP's
okay.
high, and runs scored is high. So.
That's good. That's all that matters. You have a shitty stick, but if you're on base and you're scoring, that's what matters.
At the end of the day,
games.
it's all about those runs, baby.
That's what wins games, buddy.
And drinking in the parking lot.
with your
Got to win
your
the parking
tailgate
lot.
bar, dude. Is
My tailgate
huge.
bar in the Jeepy.
So, dude, I went to a tournament one time. We'll say this real quick.
All right, you better hurry because I think that thing.
So I went to a softball tournament up in Indian River, and it was the fucking drinking trophy is probably as high as that fucking table right there.
Are you serious?
That was bigger than the normal trophy to win the tournament.
Oh, that's awesome.
And you bought all your beer, which is smart on the tournament. They sold all their beer through their concession stands, and it marked down what team you were purchasing for. And at the end of the week, dude, they had a Budweiser beer can trophy. It was like 8 foot high. Dude.
The concession stand made $78,000 that year. The entry fee was 15
How
cents.
smart was that, dude? I slept in the bathroom shower that night. Dude.
That's
Except for the I shouldn't edit that out.
I
Go
hope.
blah blah blah.
I think the battery fell.
Okay.
I hope because that is the greatest story.
Oh, dude, he opened the bathroom door into my head, and I didn't get up and go to bed. He handed me a pillow. I got into the shower and went back to sleep. I fell asleep on the floor. He was the only one that was in bed that night, dude.
Come on.
Oh, went to the WigWam up in
The
Indian
WigWam?
The WigWam, dude, up in Indian River. Oh, I saw 2 of the biggest men get in a fucking fist fight I've ever seen. It looked like 2 bear rugs fighting. Which they were huge, dude.
Barrels.
One of them was with us.
Barrels.
One of them was with us. He was a big dude, and the other dude was bigger than him. It was. Oh yeah, dude. They like locked the front door. We had to run through the kitchen to get into the fight. We had to run around the back of the bar because somebody blocked the front door because the brawl started there. So nobody could get the front door. So we had to run around the back and come through the kitchen to get into the fight, dude.
Where's the action, baby?
It was nuts.
I love it.
And then afterwards,
Love it.
everybody drank.
Yeah,
Cops
that's what
came.
you do.
We met up the next day at the ball tournament. All apologize, sorry, blah blah
Punch
blah.
each
we were
other in the
drinking.
face and then you go
back
drink.
to drinking, dude.
That's what you do. That's what you gotta understand. That's so important in life.
It was like 2 grizzly bears rolling around on the ground, dude. They were massive dudes. I was like, ooh. Well, let me get in arm's reach of one of them fuckers
A lot
swinging,
of
dude.
alpha going on there,
You're
boy.
gonna knock one of my
I like it.
eyeballs out.
I like it.
We out of time?